Hello and welcome to Verbling. I'm Teacher Ryan, here today for the next hour as we have another English class together. And today we're going to do one of our Analyzing the News series. And that's where we take a brief news article. We'll examine it together using some different exercises, maybe watch a couple of videos, do some different things together, some conversation as well. And today's topic is superbugs. So these are little bacteria and viruses that have become resistant to the common treatments of the day. So when our students start to arrive in the class, we can get things going with today's topic. Now, just a couple of reminders as we watch and wait for our students to enter the classroom. First of all, with regard to your headphones, it's good to wear headphones if you're going to join the class. And secondly, when you're not participating in the class, that is to say when you're not speaking, it's best to keep your microphone on mute. So for me, I have a button right here on my earphones. Other times you might have a button there in the cord somewhere. Or you can just put your mouse up here into the top of your Hangout, and then you'll see a little bar appear, and you can click the mute microphone button. Makes the class run quite a lot more smoothly. A couple of other things we could do. Let me just put here in the chat box a couple of links for you. Here's a link to my Verbling Teacher Facebook page where I put updates regarding my classes that are coming up, so you can keep up with me there. And now I'm going to give you the link to today's material. And here we go. So this document, I prepared it. Hopefully we'll get through most of this information today. It's got some different exercises and things that we're going to use. So if you're new to Verbling or you're watching as a viewer, why don't you come on in the classroom, and the best way to practice and learn more English is to get involved. So I see we have our first student is Ismael. How are you doing today?
I am doing well, thank you, teacher. How are you? Good morning.
Yeah, I'm very well also, thanks. It's nice to have you back in the class again today.
Nice to see you too.
So what are things are happening in your country right now, in Turkey?
Today I vote for president election.
Oh, really? Okay, it's an
We
election.
are choosing today president of our country. It is
Okay.
important for us, actually.
Now, are there a lot of candidates this time?
There are three candidates. For presidency,
Uh-huh.
and we choose one of them.
So it's a democratic type of government then in Turkey.
We have a parliament system, but I think it is going to be changed because Erdogan is a very strong candidate. Actually, it seems to be win the election, and it is going to be change president system like United States.
Okay, okay. So it's going to become more like the United States system.
Yes, actually, we don't know how is going to be a new system exactly because we have a parliament system like in France. Today we have a prime minister. It is more important than president. Presidency is a little not so strong in our system, but it is going to be stronger in the future because Erdogan wants to be stronger, and he
Okay.
wants to be presidential system.
Okay.
He wants to change the system in a system like in United States. Actually, we don't know how it's going to be.
So you're waiting to see how it all works out.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Well, that's an exciting day for people in Turkey. Great. So
Yes,
nice
but
to.
it is summer and everybody on holiday. It is a little strange, fine, because uh, in July we have Ramadan. People don't go on holiday because lots of people are fasting in Ramadan, and in August many people went to holiday. And
Okay. So you think it's a
no,
little odd that they're choosing this time as their election?
yes, because many people couldn't vote for election, actually.
Okay. The turnout for the voting will be lower because of this.
Yes.
I see. Okay. That is interesting. Well, it'll be, I guess you'll be getting news later on today about how the election has gone.
Okay.
Very good. Well, let's just say hello to some of the other students here, Ismail. Thanks for giving me an update on what's going on, though. And
Thank you.
we can say hi to Asma. Hello.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm well. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Good. Asma, where are you from?
I'm from Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Mm,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. So how
Mm,
are
you
you?
have, I'm fine. You have been Tunisia?
No, I would like to. Sounds exciting.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you
Thank you.
tell me something about it?
Uh, it's situated in North Africa. Maybe you know near Algeria and Morocco.
Okay. Yep, I can
Mm,
picture that area on a map. Yep. So,
uh,
is it a large country or a small one?
mm, yeah, we can say medium,
Medium
medium
sized.
size.
Okay.
Yeah, to not say small country.
Medium
Uh,
sized country. Okay.
yeah.
Let me put it in my Google chat or my Google search here. Tunisia. Okay. Yep, I see it now on my map.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. So, Asma, what have you been doing today?
After the class, I will cook some meal, and after that I will go to work, and after that I will come back to work, and maybe I will go out to eat out house.
Okay. So you're gonna cook some food for your family, then you're off to work.
Yeah, because now I have 2 p.m. afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you work to into the evening.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, it's great. I'm glad you've taken some time to have a class with us this morning. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, teacher.
Let's let's say hello to Heidi. How are you today, Heidi?
Hello, nice to see you again.
Yeah. How have you been?
Today typhoon passed over our
Oh,
place.
so did you get a lot of rain?
Yeah, a lot of rain and strong wind. Now wind is a little better than before. Daytime
Okay.
it was very strong. Actually, I went to Tunisia 3 years ago. It's a big country compared to Japan. Japan is very small. So.
Okay. You've been
And
to Tunisia.
yeah, Tunisia, there are many Star Wars location place. So I had excursion in the Sahara Desert.
Okay. So would you recommend it as a good place to go for a vacation?
Yeah, I think so. Before France colonized, so people speak French. And then not even cuisine like French and Islam cuisine. So very, very delicious.
Okay, you enjoy the food.
Yeah,
Excellent, nice. Well, great to have you here with us, Heidi. Welcome.
thank you.
And we have our friend Ken. How you doing today?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
Very good. Great to see you.
Good to see you again.
And what's new with you?
Nothing new. But since typhoon, a lot of typhoon comes and it's very cool here. It's
Okay.
comfortable. It's rainy but comfortable
It,
temperature. Yeah.
so the typhoon has gotten rid of some of the heat.
I think so. Yeah, water or moisture get rid of the heat. Yeah.
Okay. Has it been a very active season for typhoons?
Yeah, in the summer to autumn, yeah, typhoons are active. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so far for us, hurricanes, there's only been the one tropical storm that's passed us. So that's nice. It's been a calm year so far for storms.
Hmm.
So let's get started, everybody. It's great to see you all. And today's topic is an interesting one. It is superbugs. So let me start by just showing you a picture, and we'll get a comment or two about this picture. It's kind of a warm-up. And why don't we begin with Asma? You see this picture. What is your impression, or how do you feel about what you see happening here?
I don't know, it's very strange. It's like water throughout. Uh, mm, yeah.
What do you think he's do? What's happening? What's the man doing?
Uh, he he don't drink water, but he throw water out his mouth. No?
He's okay. So you think he's spitting out water? Spitting water?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, could be. What about Ismail? Do you have a different viewpoint? What do you think is happening in this picture?
Yes, I think it seems to be the man is sneezing, and in that time a special it was taken a photograph with a special machine, and we can see after sneeze some uh, particles who are coming out of mouth of this man.
Okay, that's right. So this man is sneezing, and like you said, there's a lot of particles or droplets, maybe we could say, coming out of his mouth. Now, Heidi, when you see that and you think about that, how does that
Yeah.
make you feel?
From his mouth, a lot of his saliva or air came out by his sneezing. Then, if he had some illness, maybe many virus spread around the air. I heard if you sit on a train or train, and then just in front of the person, vacuum the sneeze from that person. Even though the distance is 2 or 3 meters, but it's enough to reach the other person.
Okay, that's right. So when a person is sick and they're coughing and they're sneezing, just as you say, Heidi, it can transmit the virus. So, Ken, if you see somebody coughing or sneezing like that and they're not covering their mouth, how do you feel about it?
kind of it's a one necessity evil. So if I have to do nothing about that.
Would you say something? You wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, if it is a stranger, I don't say anything.
Okay. What if it was somebody in your office where you worked?
Oh, yeah, probably wearing mask. Actually, a hard mask is not only for the person but also the others. Virus is very tiny, so it can pass through the mask, but mask prevent this kind of situation spreading the kind of uh, how can I say water with
Okay.
virus uh, largely.
Okay.
So yeah, wearing mask is recommendable.
So in your country, is that common to wear a mask if you're sick?
Yeah, I think so. In a hay fever season or catching winter time. Yeah,
Okay.
people. Yeah.
So here's the situation then. Sometimes we can get kind of paranoid about getting sick when people are coughing and sneezing. Maybe we have to ride the bus or an airplane or something like that. So this kind of brings us to today's topic, which I have here on the screen, and you can open up the document on your own computer if you like. I'll give you the link once again here in the chat box. So they use this term superbugs to talk about infectious bacteria that is very difficult to get rid of. So asthma, when you hear that word superbugs, what does it make you think of? Hello, asthma?
From suffering.
You think of suffering?
Yeah. Super bugs can kill someone. It can be very dangerous. What can I say? It can spread very faster sometimes.
So they spread quickly.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So that's excellent. Excellent thoughts and good adjectives that you've chosen there to deal with or on this topic. What about you, Ismail? Would you add anything to this list when you think of superbugs?
Uh, yes, actually, if I think of bugs, it comes to my mind a little negative things. It because bugs associate generally with negatives, but if I heard superbugs, I think a little positive. Maybe they have many supernatural power and help us a little.
Okay, so you're trying to look at it from a positive standpoint.
Yes,
Aha, okay. So when we talk about superheroes, we think of people
yes,
who are
yes,
improved, right?
yes.
Unfortunately, that is not the case with superbugs. They are very, as Asma said, dangerous,
The virus,
and
right?
they could be a virus or a bacteria.
Yes. Nowadays, the doctor uses a lot of medicine and even antivirus. But some virus still remain. Then they are getting stronger to any medicine. So
That's
if
true.
you infected this superbug, doctor can't treat them because there are no effective medicine anymore.
Okay, that's it. That's the point. It's getting very, very difficult to control the spread of these things. So let's just talk a little bit about some vocabulary that's going to come up in our class today. Here's our first word, and it is resistance. So let's ask Ken, would you be able to explain what does it mean if a bacteria or a virus is resistant to treatment?
Yeah, kind of. Some bacteria nowadays survives after how can I say, they got I forgot what
Biotic.
antibiotic resistant. Yeah.
So antibiotics are used, but then what happens? Does it work or does it not work?
Not work if the virus has resistance.
Right. So the traditional treatments no longer effective because the virus or bacteria has become resistant. Excellent. So now also we talk about something that are called common infections. So we're not talking about really rare or serious infections, but a common infection. So what would that mean? What do you think, Heidi?
Normal virus, infected normal virus, like flu or
Okay, yeah, that's right. Sometimes too, like if you get hurt, maybe you get a cut on your arm or your leg, it can get some bacteria in there and get infected. Or sometimes a bug bite, like a spider bite or a mosquito bite, can get infected, right? When some bacteria gets in. Those would be classified as common infections. They're easy to treat. But as we're going to find out, this is getting more difficult. The next one here is minor injuries. So, Asma, what are we talking about when we use this term, minor injuries?
Not dangerous, maybe?
Okay, not serious or dangerous. Good.
You can recover quickly.
Excellent. And so if we had some kind of an accident, maybe they would say, oh, you just have some minor injuries, so it's not life-threatening. Okay. Then they use this word in our article later on. It's regional. If something is regional, what does that mean, Ismail?
Regional mean not global. It is associated a special region of the world, actually.
Okay, so we could say associated with a limited area, perhaps?
Limited area, yes.
All right, that's excellent description. Very good job. And then we have here in the next vocabulary word is phenomena. Oh, I see we have a new student who's joined us. And this is, okay, is it Vaisla? Oh, he's gone. Oh, maybe he'll come back in. I hope he does. So we have phenomena. Ken, would you be able to tell us what is phenomena?
Phenomena is a singular form of phenomenon.
Okay. And what does that mean?
How can I say? Phenomenon can be said how things happen or something like that.
Okay. Is it something ordinary or something a little bit different? Something impressive?
Usually, not some phenomena is ordinary, but some other is not ordinary. Ordinary.
Okay. So it could be used in a scientific way. It could be the study of something that occurs, right?
Yes.
So let's say that it's the study or observation Okay, that's good. And then finally we have this word era. How about you, Asma? Would you be able to define that when we're talking about an era?
Uh, Era maybe mm, it's period of time or like century, like actually. Um, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. A period of time. And usually it's a period of time with a distinctive um, trait or a period of time where something very interesting or noteworthy happens.
Mm-hmm.
So that would
Okay.
usually say a specific era. In that era, this was what was happening. So,
Teacher, about phenomena,
mhm.
I don't know. I don't know if I am right or wrong, but it's true. Like we cannot talk about phenomena if it's not, for example, common or a cure for some. Uh, a cure for many people, for example. In this occasion, when we talk about, for example, uh, superbugs, if it affect many people, yeah, now we can talk about phenomena. If it's, for example, something happen into the world, or yeah, and
You mean
it's
it's
true.
usually something that is extraordinary, something
Uh,
that is different. Is that what you mean?
No,
Unusual.
means we cannot talk about phenomena if it's alone a case. It's only one case, for example, or one.
Something that is uncommon.
Yeah, but
Okay.
something common, not uncommon. If it is common, yeah, now we can talk about phenomena. If it's not common, we cannot talk phenomena, for example. If, for example, some virus only affect one people in one country, so we cannot talk about phenomena because it's not affect many people.
Okay. Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So, if we look on dictionary.com, it gives
Mm-hmm.
that one of the definitions is a fact, occurrence, or circumstance observed or observable. So it could be a very broad range of things. And then
Mm-hmm.
another definition of phenomenon is something that is impressive or extraordinary. So something that's
Uh-huh.
uncommon. So there's room for both ideas with this word,
Mm-hmm.
phenomena. But
Mm-hmm.
that's very good, very excellent thinking on your part. So we're talking now about these superbugs, and it has often been the topic of movies, viruses and bugs, bacterias, and other things that come against the human race. In fact, there's a movie out right now about them. So what I thought we could do is, this is just a very short YouTube clip. Maybe we can watch it together. It's advertising this new movie. And then we'll come back and just briefly talk about it. I'll put the link in the chat box, or you can click it if you have the document open. So just mute your microphones and go and watch this little YouTube clip, and then I'll meet you back here in the classroom. Okay? Okay. All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not showing my microphone as working for some reason. Okay. So, let's start with Heidi. What did you think of the movie trailer that you just watched?
At first, a monkey bit a man's hand. After that, maybe he got virus from that. Then they can't treat this illness. And then the illness spread around. So the government closed that area, not to spread more.
Okay. Very good. And Ismail, what was the effect of this virus as it spread?
I think it is a uncurable virus, and it is very effective. Some governments uh, are going to be closed because of the virus, because of the outbreaks. Actually, it collapsed the world.
Okay. That was very interesting.
Yes,
Now,
I'm afraid of very much actually.
do you
And
think
nowadays we heard a lot of Ebola outbreak. Actually, I am afraid of reading news on the internet
Mhm.
because
okay.
of
The,
bad, sad news.
Yeah, 900 people already died by Ebola.
There's a lot of news reports like that, isn't there?
Yes.
Mhm.
And so when they're making movies like this, do you think that these kinds of movies create more fear and panic in people, or do you think that people take these things less seriously?
I don't panic, but I think that people take some viruses less seriously. Uh, they are making journey, and some government has difficulties to handle these viruses because the health system is not constructed enough. They don't have power to have a strong and constitutional health system, and the outbreak spread of all over the world, and the the journey with airplane are increasing day by day. It
Mm-hmm.
is almost impossible to stop the people from flying, and it is very difficult to find a solution
Okay.
and global outbreak.
So yeah, it seems like it's only a matter of time before something becomes a global outbreak. That's true. Now, let me ask Asma, do you think that what you saw in this movie trailer is a possibility, or do you think that this was exaggerated?
Uh, mm, I don't. Maybe maybe people take less seriously some the effect of some virus. But I think that when it happens, it will be uh, it will be out control. So then maybe people can take care and start to take this problem seriously. But in reality, I think that, like he said, Ismail, I agree with him that it's very difficult to control um, the quickly spread of the virus. You have to put some plan before, and it's something like a culture to be cautioned
Mm-hmm.
by the virus, and especially now because the lifestyle was changed, and the food changed, the work changed, the health. I think that now we are unhealthy than before because
Okay.
yeah, everything it was changed.
All right. Very good. Very interesting comments all of you are making here. Now, Ken, let's just get your opinion. In the video, it showed the complete breakdown of society.
Hmm.
Do you think that that would really happen?
That's why ape uh, overwhelmed humans. Now I
Well,
got no reason.
yeah. I
There is.
don't think that the apes are going to take over, but just the part of how the illness swept through the globe and kind of dismantled society. Do you think something like that might be possible?
For example, in a small island, sometimes that happens. In the past, I've heard of that, but I don't know. It could happen, worldwide. But the lifestyle changed, nowadays because people move more frequently all over the world by airplane, so it could spread
Hmm.
more rapidly than ever.
Right. And then basic services in the communities would become more and more difficult to provide. So things could be very interesting if that would happen. So this is going to bring us to an article that I have here for us. let me bring up my screen sharing here. Okay, my Hangout is not cooperating with me. Can you guys see on the screen the article?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, good. So you'll notice here is our theme or our headline, Superbugs that medicine can't kill. So what we're going to do with these two paragraphs, if you've been in some of my classes before, you're used to this. I'm going to very slowly read the article to you, and I want you to fill in the words that are missing from each space. So maybe you just grab a piece of paper and a pen, or you can type it on your screen or something like that. And I will read a sentence or two, and then I'll pause to give you a minute to write down things, and then I'll continue. So we'll do this one paragraph at a time. And then afterwards, we'll let you guys fill in the blanks as we go. So let me start reading the article. And everybody's ready?
Ready?
Okay, here we go. There are many horror movies about superbugs that spread around the world and kill millions of people. The World Health Organization, WHO, has said the spread of deadly superbugs is now a reality. Many of the medicines we have used for decades to keep away disease no longer work. Bugs have developed and have become resistant to antibiotics and other drugs. The WHO said this is a major threat to our health. The organization said nobody on Earth is safe. The superbugs can kill healthy people in rich countries as well as weaker people in poorer nations. The WHO looked at data from 114 countries. It found that some antibiotics that worked 30 years ago do not work now for about half the people who take them. Okay, so let's pause there for a moment and see how we did. So let's begin with Heidi.
Yeah.
Could you start by reading the first two sentences, these
Okay.
ones, and then fill in the blanks?
There are many horror movies about the superbugs spread around the world and kill millions of people. The World Health Organization (WHO) has said the spread of deadly superbugs increased.
Okay, good work. So you used the word increased here
Yeah.
for number 2, and that fits very well, and that would be proper grammar. But in the article, they used a different phrase. Did did anyone else catch the phrase they used in the article? Asma or Ismail, did you catch what they said for number 2?
Is now a
No.
reality.
Ah, that's it. Very good. Is now very good. So, Heidi, you did very well, and you chose a good word for number 2, but in the article they said that it is now a reality.
Mhm.
So, if something is a reality, what does that mean?
Occur now.
I became real,
Yeah, it's happening. It's
not hypothetical anymore.
exactly. Good job. Good word. Hypothetical. All right, so let's try the next section, and maybe we could have Asma do this one for us. You could do number 3 and 4.
Okay. Many of the medicines that we have used for decades to keep away disease no longer work. Bugs have developed and have uh, become resistant to antibiotic and other drugs. The WHO said this is a major threat to our health. This
Okay.
is a major,
Major.
major.
Good. So, what does that mean, Asma? Major threat.
Uh, major threat. Big means major threat.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So remember earlier on in our lesson, we talked
Minor
about
is
minor.
yeah, minor is the opposite of major.
Exactly. So, good work. So we can use that in a lot of different ways when we're speaking. Something is a major problem or a minor problem. It gives people the idea of the degree of it. Okay. This is missing a few words. Just let me fill this in. So now we're on to Ismail. You can finish off the paragraph for us.
The organization said superbugs can kill healthy people in rich countries as well as weaker people in poorer nations. The WHO looked at the data from 114 countries. It found that some antibiotics that worked 30 years ago do not work now for about half of the people who take them.
All right. Perfect job. For half of the people who take them. Good work, everybody. Nice listening. So now let's go ahead and do the second paragraph. We'll do it in the same way. And I'll start reading now. It says, the WHO's Assistant Director General for Health Security, Keiji Fukuda, describes a scary future. He said, the world is headed for a post-antibiotic era in which common infections and minor injuries, which have been treatable for decades, can once again kill. This means that soon there will be no way to stop people from once again dying from diseases like malaria, tuberculosis, and influenza. Dr. Fukuda warned this was a global trend. He said this is not a regional phenomena. This is not a phenomena occurring in just poor countries or developing countries or in rich countries or developed countries. This is something which is occurring in all countries of the world. Okay, so let's start with our first section. And let's see if Asma, would you be able to fill in the blanks for us?
I didn't listen very well, maybe only the first line.
Okay.
The whole Assistant Direction General for Health
Okay.
Security.
You're almost exactly right. Assistant Director General. Good. All right.
The second one, okay. He said the world is headed a post-antibiotic era in which common infection and minor injuries which have been, I didn't listen here. I
That's
don't
okay.
know. Yeah.
No problem. We'll get it. Let me fill in number 8 here. You got that exactly right. It is the world is headed for a post-antibiotic era. And then common infections and minor injuries which have been, Ismail, can you help us out with number 9?
Yes, which minor injuries which have been treatable.
Treatable for
Treatable for cure.
Oh, good try. What about you, Heidi? It's a period of time. Treatable for a certain period of time.
Era for past era.
That would work. That would work. In this case, though, they used decades.
Decades, yes.
Do you know the meaning of that word, Ismail?
10 years.
Yes. So in other words, it's been treatable for tens of years.
Tens of years.
Okay.
Very good. All right. Let's see. How about you, Heidi? Can you do number 10 and 11 for us?
This means that soon there will be no way to stop people from once again from disease like malaria, tuberculosis, and influenza. Dr. Fukuda warned this was a global trend. He said this is not an original phenomenon.
Once again?
Okay, so very good, Heidi. With once again, there's one more word. People from once again what from diseases?
Again.
Dying from diseases.
That's it. Once again, in other words, they used to die from the disease, then they stopped dying from it. But now, once again, people will die from the disease. Okay, and then for number 11, he said this is not a, what did you say, Heidi?
Original phenomenon.
Regional
Phenomenon. Not original phenomenon.
Good. Excellent work. Okay, and let's give number 12 to Ismail.
Number 12. This is not a phenomenon occurring in just poor countries or developing countries or in rich countries or developed countries. This is something which is occurring in all countries in the world.
Okay, very good. Excellent job, everybody. Good listening skills. So
Teacher, I have a
now,
question.
okay,
Uh, Here, he said that this is not a phenomena occurring in just poor countries or developing countries or rich countries. And after that, he said that or developed countries. What's the difference between developing countries and developed countries? The same meaning or there are a little difference?
okay, yes, there is a difference. If something is developing, then is it something that has happened in the past or is it happening now?
No.
Right, it's in the process of developing.
Ah, mhm.
But what
Okay.
about this one, developed? Is that in the
Mm,
past or the present?
past.
Right. So this is a country that has already advanced.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So other countries are working on developing, they're getting better, and
Mm-hmm.
other countries have already developed. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, teacher. Thank you.
No problem. Great question. Good eye for detail. So let's just take the last couple of minutes of our class, and if you scroll down the page, you'll see I have some discussion questions. What I'd like to give each of you the chance to do is ask one question to another classmate. So you can pick any of these questions that I have written or even make up your own question. So how about we start with Heidi? Would you like to pick a question and a student?
Mhm. Okay. Who? Ismail. Do you like horror movies about the virus that spread around the world?
Uh, could you repeat, Heidi?
Do you like horror movies about viruses that spread around the world?
Oh yes, I actually I don't like horror movies, but the horror movies about viruses that spread around the world is an important issue nowadays, and I take it seriously. And uh, actually, I think government should take some precaution about this issue because in the future it is very possible to create a serious problem to our planet.
All right, good answer. Nicely done, Ismail. Now, would you like to choose a question for one of the other students?
Yes, uh, Asma, why haven't scientists made new medicines for the superbugs? G.
Mm, uh, I don't know why science it, made new medicines for the superbugs. They use the old medicines and they they note that the old medicines cannot kill the or means the antibiotics. Um, no, the superbugs resist on antibiotics. So uh, maybe because there are new superbugs. Uh, yeah. I don't know exactly the response, but
We need some new medicines, but scientists don't produce the new medicine. Why? What do you think about? Against superbugs.
maybe because there are many superbugs, many strange superbugs, new superbugs. Um, that's why medicines cannot concept or cannot made a new medicines.
Okay, so they can't keep up with the advancing viruses and bacteria. That's very good. All right, we have to go quickly with our last question. Can you ask one to Heidi, please, Asma?
Okay. Uh, what superbugs and viruses do you know about, Heidi? You hear me?
Recently,
Heidi?
I read some articles about superbug in America, United States. Last year, 800 people infected by superbug in the United States. So it's not special cases. And very difficult to treatment means another illness. For example, many African or other place has still remaining nature, but people go to that place, and then they are bitten by the animal, wild animal. It causes a new virus. Then people travel around. Before treating, they already infected, but before she got some symptoms, they already traveled another place. Then when they reached to some other countries, they started or have symptoms. Then they can't treat it. It's not superbug, but doctor can't still developed medicine for that. Very
Okay,
dangerous.
very good. So you guys have done an excellent job with today's topic. You learned some new vocabulary, you tested your listening skills, and you were able to answer some questions with using very good sentence structure. So I commend all of you for a fantastic job that you did today. And I have to go now, but I have a class tomorrow. And tomorrow's class, we're going to use a list of adjectives that I will provide, and we'll describe pictures of different places in the world. So I hope you can join me for my class tomorrow, and I hope that all of you have a fantastic day today. So take care, everybody, and thank you so much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you,
Bye.
teacher.
Take
Bye,
care.
guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.